Hey guys, Mount Vernon Kid here, coming back to you again. Back from a good weekend. I had, like I said, didn't put up a lot of videos, but I wanted to put up some vids before I left for the weekend. Spent a very good weekend with my girlfriend Destiny. We went upstate. We was just chilling, and it was great. Uh, but a lot of news. We kept up or was going coming out of Comic Con this year and everything like that. And first of all, I'd like to give a shout out to my little sis, Galactus Girl. One thing I always envious about you, or get a little jealous for you, Eliza, is the fact that you go to San Diego Comic Con every year. And she's exhausted, but she said she had a good time, and I'm glad she did. Uh, so some of the news that has been coming out, I'm here to talk about. But the main thing I'm here to talk about, guys, is what's coming for us for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And yeah, I think I'm starting to sound like a broken record here, but I'm just gonna say once again, uh, lo and behold, let's just say Marvel's hitting them out of the park again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just really hitting them out of the park. And once again, we are seeing phase. We saw people that were at Comic Con got to see phase two, pretty much, of the Marvel movies coming out next year, and so on and so forth. So I'm here to talk about those movies. All right. So let's kick it off with Iron Man 3. All right. So from what I've read and heard about it, there was a panel for Iron Man 3. They got to see some footage, and it was good. Robert Downey Jr. was there. So was Don Cheadle, who's still continuing to play War Machine. And they said they got to see some great stuff coming out of that. Basically, they say Tony's gonna pretty much, his world is gonna nearly hit rock bottom in this, and they're not talking about Demon in the Bottle story on or anything like that. The shit is about to hit the fan with Tony. His home is about to be destroyed, invaded by we don't know who, but they said showcase that his big Malibu home that's on the coast, it gets bombarded and you just see it fall into the water. I was like, okay, where's this going? But from what they said, this for a movie that's still in production, everything like that, from what they showed, the special effects, everything was really good. But the real deal of what is coming out of, and the speculation of who Mr. Sir Ben Kingsley is playing in that movie was revealed at that Comic Con, as this year's Comic Con. Yes, indeed. For all those people who are wanting to know if a certain character with 10 rings of Makino are going to make it into the movie, you're damn right. Ben Kingsley, they said, is dressed as the Mandarin. They said he looked psychedelically pretty much counterpart to his comic adaptation. He had the funky hair. I'm not sure if he has the Fu Manchu mustache, but they said he looked great. Now, to me, yeah, I wish it was an Asian actor that played, the Mandarin, but Sir Ben Kingsley is a good actor, very great at his craft. So let's see what Shane Black can do where John Farrell had it. So yeah, looking forward to that. All right, the next thing I'm looking forward to, and this was something that when me and Destiny saw it, when she saw the title of the movie, we just went, "Oh shit!" And I'm on Twitter now, guys, and thank Destiny for that. She got me onto that, but I'm on Twitter and I follow Ed Brubaker, and his two words for what the next Captain America is about, these words: holy shit. Oh shit, excuse me. That was it. Oh shit, if I read the tweet right. Next Captain America we're getting is Captain America Winter Soldier. So, for all those who have read that story arc, probably one of the greatest Captain America story arcs. So we all know who's gonna be in this movie. That's right, Bucky Barnes. James Bucky Barnes is gonna be in his splendor, sleek, metallic arm, badass looking character that we've seen in the comics. That Ed Brubaker is the one who brought back. And I've always said, no, I've always loved Ed Brubaker's writing, and I've always said characters like Bucky Barnes and Gwen Stacy and Uncle Ben have always been those characters are meant to stay dead. But then Brubaker brings him back, and not only does he bring him back properly and respectively, and made it not like, oh, this is a cop of bullshit. He brought him back so understanding, so like, okay, I can understand that. That's cool. No cloning, no time travel, nothing like that. He brought him back superb, and so we're gonna get to see Bucky Winter Soldier in this next movie, and it's supposed to come out April 4th, 2014, and I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to see how they pull off Bucky in this movie. I'm hoping Sebastian Stan, who played him in the first movie, will come back to reprise the role. Get him a little buff him up a little bit more, but give him the domino mask or so, and that, of course, that metallic arm with the star on it. Now, my question, me and Destiny were questioning, like, okay, how are they going to bring him back, and who's going to be involved in his resurrection? Are they going to go with the source material with the Russians, or are they going to do kind of what they did in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, how they did it with the Red Skull, bringing him back? There are a lot of things they could do with this, but the fact that it's going to be about the Winter Soldier, good stuff, good stuff. Very much looking forward to that. Next up, another thing me and the girl was me and the princess was talking about, uh, Thor, next Thor, Dark World. That's the name of the title. And right from the get-go, me and Destiny were like, okay, Dark World. Who could be the villain in this? Since we know that the director of Game of Thrones is going to be directing this movie, it makes me wonder if a certain fire demon with horns is gonna make it into this movie as the main villain, and that's who I'm pulling for. And if you don't know who that character is, that's Surtur. Yes, I would love to see Surtur. This Thor fan right here would geek out. As I said before in my Earth's Mightiest Heroes, in my Avengers review, when we saw the teaser, who the villain was at the end of that teaser, I nearly pissed on myself. I would piss on myself again if I saw Surtur be in this movie. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Thor in the next movie. Pretty much, I would love to make sure it stays pretty much Asgard or off on another one of the worlds. Not too much on Midgard, but if they do, but try to keep it outside of that world and keep it on, give it more of the Walter Simonson's versions of it, Kirby and all of them, where they stayed more on Asgard and things like that. But yeah, I'm pulling for Surtur in this very much. And then of course we finally got it officially. Yes, indeed, those characters that we all wanted to see, those characters with a teammate that is a certain raccoon, is gonna make it to the big screen. Guardians of the Galaxy is coming. Dudes, this is a good thing. Once again, Marvel is proving, let's get outside the box. Let's start bringing in some of those other characters. And if you're not familiar about the Guardians of the Galaxy, then you should refresh yourself. Look online, research the characters. They've been around since the 1970s, but they really didn't really get too big until now in the early 2000s, especially when the lineup changed. And they've even showed some concept art of some of the characters. From the concept art, we see Groot, the big tree man, and of course Star-Lord, the leader. We see Drax the Destroyer. We see, of course, Rocket Raccoon. He's going to be there, of course. And from that female they show, that ain't none other than Gamora, the galaxy's most dangerous woman. Now, we also know they've also said that Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be a direct spin-off, basically, of Avengers 2, and they're going to be fighting Thanos first. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Now, I'm not sure if that's the complete lineup, but I'm hoping Adam Warlock make it on the list. Um, uh, uh, Phala, hopefully Moondragon to make it on there as well. But yeah, I'm big ups to Marvel for bringing out the Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes, they are pretty much like the Galactic Avengers. They patrol the galaxy, and once again, getting outside of just Earth and going to the stars. Yeah, good stuff. Looking forward to that. And last but not least was the surprise that finally a movie that's been in the works for a long time, and Mr. Edgar Wright has been working on it for such long, been trying to get this out for so many years. Finally, Ant-Man is coming. And once again, for all those who went to Comic-Con, Mr. Wright actually showed off some, showed off like a test run of what Ant-Man is going to look like and everything like that. They said he's going to have his black and red costume. The Ant-Man, it's going to be more like, it's going to be almost like the Eric O'Grady mask, where it's fully covering his face and he's got the antennas coming out. But we don't know if it's Hank Pym or not, or Scott Lang or even Eric O'Grady. But they showed him. They said he shrunk down and he was trying to sneak past some guards and stuff like that. Uh, I'm looking forward to that. I want to see what they're gonna pull off with Ant-Man and showcase and give him some love. I think a lot of people downplay size manipulation characters. Like, if you can grow tall, you can get small. It's like I try to convince my uncles about that. Like, I got an uncle that's like, man, Ant-Man and Adam, they suck and things like that. And all they can do is, and I'm like, that's the beauty of it, Unc. Man, they can get small and they can go inside your eardrum and you wouldn't even know they're in until you start feeling pain or something like that. The Wasp, all these characters that can shrink and grow. It's good stuff. And it's good to see, once again, Marvel branching out, as always. So I'm looking forward to all 5 of these movies that are coming out in the future. Marvel, once again, as I said before, and I got to put up the bat once again, knocking it right out of the park. And I won't swing this bat because I might hit something, but knocking it out of the park, people. They are seriously knocking it apart. And me and Destiny, are really looking forward to seeing these movies in the future. Um, and looking forward to seeing what comes next in phase 3, because they are still going on. So hopefully, yeah, next up, phase 3 will be Panther, of course, and Doctor Strange and Luke Cage. And just all around good fun. And one thing they said about it is, like, they're just not just trying to tell, bring these characters, but tell good stories. And so far, they have been doing it very, very properly, guys. They've been telling very good stories so far with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I've been loving it. So this part of what has been coming out of Comic-Con this year looks great. And this was just a few things I wanted to talk about. You guys tell me what you think about the movies that are coming out, and give me the 411 on what your thoughts on the villains. Just hit Mount Vernon Kid up with your knowledge and everything like that. And y'all take it easy. I'll see you around. Peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real as always. I'm out.